Right, it's Bex here from the channel Bexbugoutsurvivor, and today I want to address a lot of issues I had on the night camp. I want to solve a lot of problems, but if it helps you learn anything and stop making the same mistakes I do with new kit, this is going to give you the edge. Footbox I wasn't happy with, and the quilt, so all need fixing. I just went straight to the gathered end ball of the hammock with the underquilt straight over that, and I never like pitching underquilt straight to the hammock. It doesn't work, or you've got to fight it a lot to make it work. There's easier ways. One of the issues I had when I was out was this internal built-in ridge line here. It was far too tight, like a guitar string. I'm meant to be able just to give it a little twist. Now I've tried a different method with the pitch up there, getting a steeper angle on the lines. Now I have a 30 or 33 degree pitch, and I hardly had any angle on the actual lines. It was pretty flat, which caused the ridge to go tight. My hammock has a foot sag. Here's what I was doing wrong. This extra material where the feet go, really, I should be a lot further up towards the head end. This is a massive improvement. I'm going to get even further up. Problem one solved very, very quickly. Felt a little bit cold in the early hours, and I shouldn't have done. These are winter quilts, and I've been out with a different hammock with my winter quilts, and it worked great, really great, but just not on that night. And the actual collars around the top and the bottom that stop the draft coming in behind your neck and down your feet, there must have been a gap there, so I'm going to check for the gap and show you how I connected the actual underquilt itself. Again, very different. You've got to try this, it works a treat. And it has come to the end of the actual tarp itself, and my tarp has a D-ring here, but you could just use the end of the webbing here. So you could use the end of the webbing if you haven't got a D-ring in your tarp. But that is how mine is connected. Same both ends. And the tarp, I have a webbing with a D loop, and this is the underquilt directly to it. Sometimes I just go straight around tree with cord, but this time I thought I'd try like this, and that works really, really well. Easy modification. You might just have to extend your channel line cords. I've got new, I think it's 4mm shock onto a beaner and then onto the end of your tarp. So that has made one hell of a difference. I'd have had a warmer night. That is 2 problems cured. This is the foot end tree, and I'm just going to reach up as high as I can. On the other end, I'm more at head height on the pitch, so the head end gets to be put about a foot lower. Try with about 6 inches, experiment with 10 inches. I've just gone for the full 12 inches and it works for this hammock. Your hammock, if it has a different dimension to it, different length, that will change. Now, I haven't even dialed this underquilt in yet and it's really, really comfy. Another solution you could try to get a higher lift from your underquilt. Some hammocks will have these here. I've just put a bungee in, bowling knot, bungee, and that is a mitten hook right there, which I could throw over the top of the ridge line and connect it to the other side, and that will give lift too. And I've put an adjustable knot in it. When you're using a lightweight hammock like this is 1.1 ripstop nylon, and if I sit down like this, I'm not in a really comfortable position. My butt is a lot lower than my knees, so I'm just going to reach halfway underneath the hammock and fold it over the top to make a shelf to sit on. There, look at that. Now I'm sitting properly. Better sit if I'm just making a brew sat here. Speaking of which, I will get one on in a minute, but maybe with a proper dial in and doing these adjustments, I might just get away without having the need to carry a softy suit, but it doesn't weigh much or take up much room in the pack, so I may as well just bring it, and that'll be my emergency insulation. Let's get a lot higher up. Kick the legs over. The calf ridge is gone. The ridge line still has play in it. The underquilt now fits better. And so far I'm warm. So far this is worth taking out again. I was just going to make this a pad hammock and put my X-pad in it. Now this is looking promising. So the most common problems I think for hammockers, including myself, is the tight ridge line, calf ridge, and obviously the underquilt. The pack is great. It was me who buggered it up, packing it like I'd usually pack, say, a combat pack. I dressed it like that, didn't work. This is a consumer hiking pack, needs dressing very, very differently. This should be a really quick takedown. Of stuff sacks I like these days are snake skins. A lot of people will put these now in a stuff sack. Not me, straight into the pack. I'll show you how everything works while I'm here. Top and bottom quilt. I'm going to make sure it fills this bottom part of the pack without squashing it down too much. Clothing allowance. That goes straight over the top. Remember, if I squashed all this down and used dry sacks instead of stuff sacks, all this would easily going to 50, 60 litres. I'd rather 60 than 50, to be honest. Once I take down these snake skins, they're just going straight into the pack, loose. Hammock is just folded. I had a go at getting the straps and wrapping around like that, but they're not. So straps in and just loose fill like that with the hammock just on top. Sit on my pack while I do this. And then same deal then for the fly, the rain fly. The DD, great in a storm, doesn't fit this particular hammock unless you go diagonal, and then you lose its ability to be good in a storm. So what was wrong with the dynamics of the pack? I had the water and the food, the heaviest elements at the top, which is how you'd carry it, say, in a Bergen, a military rucksack. This isn't a military rucksack. So water, I've decided to put 2 litres on the side, which is in the mesh net here, and behind it is the brew kit and the food rations. Food, drinks, water, all one side. Nice and easy to remember. So the weight isn't up here where I would usually have it, say on a Bergen. Coming round to the other side. Christ, the light is bad here. My little flask that I always use, that's ½ litre, and inside is the jet boil there. The top of the pack is where I had all the rations and everything, and it made this lid here, floating lid, very heavy. So in a little bag like this, I can put my electronics. Wash kit, I haven't changed that, I've just restocked it. Little lightweight digging shovel here for my cat hole. So if your pack doesn't work for you in one respect, it doesn't mean you have to run out and buy a new pack. Try packing it differently, move the water about, move it from the top to the sides. I have the element here to wear it on the hips as well, water bottles on the hips. I can wear them on the D-rings, on my shoulders, which is great on this pack. I've left the solar panel on. Right then, I'm going to get this on and I'll be back to you in a second. Just gravity feed some water. Do you want a wee wee? Another 30 seconds and I'll add the coffee into this and let that cool for a bit and get the coffee in. It's actually real ground coffee, but I've just put it in one of them little bags because it's convenient. Microfiber cloth, great for cleaning out coffee pots. Picks up all the grounds. The tight ridge line was solved by getting steeper angles. I thought because I had an internal ridge line in the hammock that it wouldn't be a requirement getting the 30 or 33 degree pitch. It was required. I just didn't do anything about it. The calf ridge was cured by moving further down the head end or further down one end. The underquilt, always tricky to fit if you're sleeping asymmetrically. on the side like that, although your hammock goes this way. And again, it's a lot less faff if you connect your underquilt either to a tree on paracord, or like I do, just stretch it out on the elastic and put it to the end of your tarp. I don't know what it is, coffee always tastes nicer when I'm out. And don't forget, on the foot end of your hammock, get it a lot higher than you do your head end when you get it round the tree. I'm at arm's length here, but only head height on that other tree there. It'll stop you sliding down, you see, towards where the calf ridge occurs. So it helps you stay in place. At that camp, that it was going to be a learning experience for me, that the system would need learning, and over the past few days, yeah, I have learned, and it all works, thank God.